In this video, we are just going to explore what are loops, and we are just going to practically demonstrate and see how a for loop works in Python programming language. As the name says, loops are something which helps us to loop around same set of instructions for a predefined number of times in a program. So there might be a situation for us where we want to execute same set of code or same set of instructions until a predefined number of times. So it is a time waste for us to again and again write down the programming lines below the same number of lines. It consumes more memory, and also the program gets bigger and confusing for the user itself. So in that situations, we will be using this loops in programming. And it is also a common thing in all the programming languages that you might have learned, such as in C, C++. Wherever you have the programming language, we will be having loops and we will be using the loops. And similarly, we are also having the loops in Python programming language. And as I said, this is a process of looping through set of sequence of instructions. If I want to take a simple example of printing numbers from 1 to 4, I want to write these 4 lines: print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4. So for this simple application itself, I want to develop 4 lines. So for avoiding this, we can use loops in Python for executing this particular output in a single line. And basically we have 2 different kinds of loops in Python. One is for loop, another one is while loop. And in this video, we are just going to demonstrate for loop first. Syntax of the for loop goes like this. You can see we are having a list which is containing objects of integers 1, 2 and 3, and below is the syntax. For is a keyword, and following that we are having a variable name var underscore name in my list. So whenever you provide a variable name right over here, whatever it may be right over here, you can give whatever name you want right over here, and using this name you can represent each object of the list right over here. That is, using this particular name that you are providing right over here, you can loop through or iterate through the list right over here, each objects of the list right over here. So that is the concept. So when I print var name, each object of the list will be printed right over here. So this can be anything. This is just a variable name, and this is the list defined right over here. And unlike other programming language, the for loop in Python is most widely useful for iterating to objects of list or some other data type variables. For example, if you take the term iterable means iterate over objects of something. So most widely, for loop in Python we will be using for iterating through each characters of a string, each objects of a list, each key of a dictionary, whatever it may be. So for loop basically is useful for iterating through objects of something in a program. So just understand this, and we will jump to the Jupyter notebook and we will practically experiment how for loop works in Python programming language. So here let's take the same example that we saw. We are just going to print numbers from 1 to 10 using for loop using only 2 lines. So I'm just going to write my first for loop. For, let's give the variable name. I am giving the variable name. So the variable name can be anything. So I am giving it to be sm for now. And for running a rough loop in Python, you just want to use a class range. So inside the range, I'm just giving the number 10 colon, and as I give enter, you can see there is an indentation, meaning that whatever the lines that you are writing with the indentation will be executed inside the for loop. So here I'm just going to print sm. So what happens here is this class range is not used anywhere outside for loop. As per my understanding, this range class is used only in for loop for running the for loop for a predefined number of times. This is a simple for loop. So let's understand this particular line. So when I give 10 right over here, this takes the single parameter of this method as the end point of the loop. So the loop runs till 10 starting from the number 0, because we have not given any starting point right over here in the range method. So the loop prints numbers from 0 to 9. So I am executing this, shift enter. You can see it has printed numbers from 0 to 9 till 10. And if I want, let's say if I want to print only numbers from 1 to 9, what I can do is I can just write like 1 comma 10. Now when I run this, only the numbers from starting from 1 gets printed until 10. That's it. And if you can also vary the step size of the range function right over here. That is, if I give like 2 as the third parameter right over here, the number 1 gets printed, and after that it will not print the next consequent number. Instead it prints the number next to the 2. That is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 gets printed. Because the step size is 2, it will not print the next consequent number, and it goes to the second consequent number, and so on. Now when I try to run this, I will get 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 printed as the output for this particular line. So this is the simplest form of for loop. Just understand this, and I hope I explained much about this range. I have not seen any application outside the for loop for this particular range method. So understand, this range is useful for running rough for loops in Python program. Now I'm just going to create a list, my list, and I'm just going to write numbers from 1 to 10. Now instead of this range, I'm just going to give the name of the list that I have defined. Now when I try to print this, the objects of the list gets listed out as the response of this particular loop. You can see each object is represented individually. So this is how for loop is useful for iterating through objects of a list. And if you are defining a string, let's take string as str, my str, and I am just writing the string value to be hello. Now this time when I try to iterate through my str, it represents or iterates through each and every characters of a string. And as I mentioned before, for loop is mainly useful in Python programming language for iterating through strings, lists, tuples, dictionaries, etc. And we just experimented the for loop with the simple range function and list, string, etc. And now let's move to the experimenting of for loops with tuple and dictionary. And before that, I just want to show you one thing. So I'm just running or iterating through my list right over here, but this time I'm not going to print the content of the string. Instead, if I am printing something like hello, what happens here is this hello will be printed for number of times equals to the number of objects available in this particular list. We have 10 objects here starting from 1 to 10. So for 10 times this particular hello string will be printed. So when I run this, you can see this is how for loop works with string, list, etc. Now I'm just going to take this list and redefine this list in such a way that it has some tuples in it. So here my list has been redefined. You can clearly see it has 5 tuples: 1 comma 2, 3 comma 4, 5 comma 6, 7 comma 8, 9 comma 10. Now this time when I try to print sm, you can see each object, that is each tuple inside the list, is shown as the response for this particular loop. And if I want individual objects of the tuple, what you can do is you can just write like a comma b, and if I print a only, I'm executing this, shift enter, you can see only the a right over here, that is the first object inside the tuple, is printed. And when I want the second object also, I can just print that also, print b, then everything gets printed. And what is basically happening here is we have duplicated the tuple and we have unpacked with these two variables a and b, so that each object of the tuple, this is stored in a, this is stored in b. So this is also is possible in for loop. And let's define a dictionary D. Let's move to the dictionary part. K1 1, K2 2. This time I am just going to take the SM name itself and D. Now when I print SM, you can see only the key values are printed because we have given only D right over here. If I want everything, I can just give or call the items function right over here with D, that is dictionary variable. Each and every key value pairs will be printed individually or iterated individually. Now if you want only the values, you can call the value method so that the values will be displayed, and if you want only the keys, you can call the key method so that you will get the keys individually. And also unpacking of dictionary is also possible, as we discussed the unpacking of tuples. You can also perform the same thing right over here, a comma b, and if I print this time, I just want to call the items function. If I call a, only the key values, that is the key names, are displayed, and when I print b, only the values of the key is printed. And if I print both a and b, k1 1, k2 2 are printed individually. So this is also possible in for loop. So I hope you learned what are basic loops in programming and how a for loop is useful for iterating through various objects of string, list, dictionary, etc. in Python in this particular video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.